Hello, everyone. Mark here at Living with the Spirits, and today I've got some special guests who have been with us for 3 weeks now. Well, Liz has this is her third time here at the farm, and she brought with her this time her partner Quinsley, and they've had a fantastic time here with us over these 3 weeks. And they've been a part of the full detoxification program and waking up for meditation every single day, doing ice baths, just the whole works. And it's all designed to help people come into contact with the deeper sense of themselves, to open the gateway towards the spiritual aspect of themselves, and mostly to learn as much as you possibly can about yourself, about the nature of your behavior, your actions, your reactions, your emotions, your nervous system. I want to hear from both of you, kind of like tell me maybe what are some like top takeaways from this whole experience. Let's start with Liz.
Oh, my takeaway from this whole experience is because I've been here now for the third time. And the first and the second time, there were just like really a lot of traumas and everything that came out. And this time it was more about becoming one with the person that I feel like I am today, because I was still taking myself down and still like, oh, I'm too screwed up to be like normal. And I think it was just like accepting myself, fighting with my insecurities, anxieties, and just become one with who I am. And I feel like I kind of did that, because I feel very strong and I feel happy when I look in the mirror, and that's not always been like that. And my insecurities are like not gone, of course, but they are like 80% less. So yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And it's evident also in your appearance. You kind of have a brighter look on your face, and a happier feeling overall, and there's joy coming from you. And it's very beautiful to see, not only this time, but compared to the first time I met you, the drastic change in you. It's very beautiful to watch, like a butterfly coming out of the cocoon.
Yeah, thank you. I really feel like that, yeah, because I was a very different person. I was kind of happy, but kind of not really happy. And now I really, really feel happy and just at peace and at ease and joyful.
Yeah, yeah, I can see it.
I'm happy about that. It's the best makeup you can get, I think.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
Quinsley, this has been kind of a new experience for you. This is not something you've done before, like Liz. So maybe it was a bit more shocking to you, but I think you've handled it well. Tell us what was kind of your main takeaways.
Before I'm gonna tell a little bit over this, this was the greatest thing that I ever did in my life. It's like a transformer. The crazy thing is that I never thought that I will see things that I will ever see. Now I know where some things that I have come from. Like sometimes I'm like mean, and I don't know exactly why they come from. Like that's the thing in me, like, "Rah!" But now I'm here, I understand where it comes from, and a lot of stuff. Now I have more focus, and my English is also not so very good, and that's why every time if I want to speak, it's like something is holding me down. But here I feel like it doesn't matter if you can speak kind of language, it doesn't matter. Just go with the flow and just feel it. And now I'm more with my soul, and it's okay. It's okay to do something wrong and to do something what you're not good in. And one day you will see everything will come good. It doesn't matter anymore. It gives me power.
Yeah,
A lot of power.
yeah.
Yeah. And I
Well,
feel it. It's like a fire.
yeah, I see it.
It doesn't matter anymore.
Well, I like what you said about if you're not able to speak English so well, which I think is we do speak it well, but here we kind of speak a different language, and it's not German and it's not French, it's the nervous system. So that's what we are are the main way that we look at each other and the way that we understand each other. Because the mouth could be saying one thing, but the body is saying something completely different, which is the nervous system speaking to us. So what is what is something that you guys learned? There's the nervous system right there.
Oh shit. Sorry. That's crazy.
What is something that both of you learned about your nervous system?
I learned that a lot of the things that I went through, like my traumas and everything, that they are in there. And with like the Western therapies and stuff, like sitting on a couch to someone you never seen before and talking about your life, I mean, that's just, it doesn't work for me. And I did like all of it. I tried even like art therapy and like music therapy, and I just had it all, like, but never worked for me, because I was like, you just learn these things out of a book, and you just, you don't know me. You get like this thing and you already think you know me, and it just doesn't work for me. And then I didn't know that anything could ever work for me, and I was like, okay, I'll just accept that I will never be normal and that I will just always be 50% off, and just accept that. And then when I came here, I started working with the nervous system with you guys. And then everything came out and I just felt safe, also because of this place and you guys, of course. And now I can say that I feel normal, whatever normal is. But yeah.
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 Mm-hmm. And Quinsley, what about you? What did you understand about the nervous system?
I think it's like normal if I have something that I don't like from someone. It's not the person that I have problem with, but the problem is myself. That means the problem that I don't like is something what's happened in the past that I need to fix. That's what I saw in myself.
Yeah. Yeah. So many of the reactions that we have, we tend to project onto someone else. Like, you made me mad. No, actually, I made myself mad thinking about what you did.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that it's a powerful realization, but it also gives you freedom, because you realize that you are the one who has the control over the situation. So if someone makes you mad, you have the decision in your body to let it continue, or to stop it, or to do something else to ground your nervous system so that it doesn't continue in a pattern. And I think that both of you, came to some strong realizations about that particular pattern in your relationship. That you guys, because you came here as a couple, and you decided to do this journey together, you encountered some things in the nervous system related to your relationship. So, what is it that that you've learned along the way about your relationship through this?
You can go first.
I need to think.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
Before I say something.
Well, what I learned about our relationship is that sometimes I just really need to let things be and don't take it too personal. And first, to calm our nervous system down before reacting, because we always react like in the middle of the heat. And that's why we don't have a fight. We have like a little discussion and it's like very low, but because we will go back and forth, it will become a bigger thing. And I just learned also to just look at myself, like don't point fingers at him, just check at myself, like, why am I responding to this? Where does it come from? Which trauma or which thing from the past? And yeah, that's what I learned.
Yeah, that's a good summary.
The important thing that I learned was a lot of time if we have like a discussion, it's not like she wants to hurt me or point fingers on me. It's like she wants to help me. But sometimes it feels like someone is attacking me. But that problem is not her problem. It's my problem because I feel that way. And I think we have two different language. And that's why we like sometimes.
Mm.
And if we understand each other, then we know it's all love. It's all support. It's all just supporting each other. Right?
It's all coming from a place of love.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But that feeling that you have inside of yourself that feels attacked,
Yeah.
we call that the ego. And
The
so,
ego.
right. And so while both of you were here, we had you go through our course, Slicing Through the Veil of the Ego, which takes you through the 9 most common hindrances to self-mastery and self-development. It's basically the main threats of the ego. So can each of you just tell me a little bit about your experience with that course and maybe something that you learned from it?
Yes. We had one time that we are just fighting with the source. And I was like, you doing it wrong. And what do you say that minute? Do you remember?
I didn't say anything. I just went harder.
Yeah, you went harder. That means she feels like I'm attacking her. That feeling you had, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know exactly how to.
Yeah, I understand.
Start to notice, you start to understand how your behavior affects her.
Yeah.
That's what I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Mm-hmm.
I think just the course of the slicing through the ego together with what we're doing here is just, that's I think why we were like seeing more things between us in the relationship. Like judgment, especially judgment. I think I always thought like judgment was this big thing, like someone looks this way, and but judgment can be like anything. And I think that's the biggest problem we had. I judge him and he judges me on how I react.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing that I learned from it. And just every time I don't really know which like chapters it was, but every time like we had like a session with you guys, and then after that we had another chapter, and then we saw like, huh? It's like they know we just had this session, because it always, I don't know if it's because it's like such like actually basic stuff, but that which we don't know, or that it's just like full coincidence that we have like the chapter about what just happened.
Yeah.
So that's what I realized. Like, it's just, we don't really know what the ego is and what it does and how big the ego is and how big it has a role in your life.
Yeah.
The course is really, really good for me. And I think
Also, me also.
yeah, because you can really look in the mirror and just like, oh damn, I thought I never did this. I thought I never judged people because I've been bullied. So I'm like, I never look at people and thinking like, oh, but I do judge, just in different ways.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the course really shows you the depths of these things, because if I was to look at you and say, Liz, you're not a judgmental person, and that's true. But on a deeper level, we judge everything. So like, if you get a cup of juice, you judge whether that juice is good or not. Is it fresh? Is it not fresh? Is it tasty? Is it not tasty? So judgment is wrapped up in opinion, which is all wrapped up in the ego, and we kind of send it out all over the place, especially to our loved ones, the ones who are closest to us. So we have to really, monitor how the ego is sending that information out. And I think that course, it's perfect because it covers the topics that everybody needs. Everybody needs to work on these, even if you've already been on the spiritual road for 3 or 4 years, and you've done, 200 hours of yoga practice and all this other stuff, the ego is a tricky one to work on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
I think we need to keep on working on it, but now we know like
The basics.
and we wrote all the things down, like every chapter, what name it is, so we can work on all those different 9 things.
It's funny because now I'm thinking, if I say something, I'm thinking before I say it to you. It's very funny how it works in my head now.
Yeah, good. Now you're embodying the knowledge that you learned.
Yeah.
Because then you start to realize that what you say and what you do has an effect on the other people. So then you looking at them through the nervous system lens, like if I say it like this, it's going to get interpreted like this in her nervous system. So maybe I need to say it a little bit different way, or I need to maybe keep it to myself.
Yeah. Right. True.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good. Yeah, I mean, I'm very happy for both of you. I'm glad that both of you came and that you did this work together. The real triumph, just to come here and spend 3 weeks with us. A week of juice fasting, a week of fruit fasting, and then a week of integration back into regular foods. That's just one level of it. Then there's the emotional work that happens in all of our sessions, like the breath work sessions and the ice bath and all of these things that are designed to help you meet your nervous system. But sometimes it's not fun. Sometimes we have to really face ourselves and we have obstacles that we have to overcome. But I'm very proud of how both of you met those obstacles and worked really well through them and learned a lot about your nervous system along the way. So just for the last question, what would you say is like your number one moment from the retreat?
For me, I think the cry part, because I never thought that I will cry. I was like, I'm a man, I'm not gonna cry. And I don't know exactly how it can, but everything comes out, everything.
Yeah.
I cry, and it's crazy. But it was what was the document?
The breath work.
The breath work, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. But I have a lot of stuff. That was the only one. But
yeah, but that's really powerful.
That is the biggest, because I never thought that I will cry. I never thought that it will come out like that.
I think it's the first of many for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
Me too.
Thank you.
That's what about for you? What's the top moment?
I actually have 2. I can't really choose between those 2, I think, because they were both very big for me. The first one was in like the first week in the TRE session on like the Friday session, I think, where I started to feel, because the days before that, I just thought, oh, I just need to come in and, I have so many problems and so much trauma. So why aren't I like crying and feeling sad and bad like the first 2 times I was here? And then on Friday, I started having tears with a TRE session, but it was happy tears, warmth in my body and just my felt at ease. And I was like, damn, I know why I'm not crying, because I'm not sad, because I feel so good. And just, yeah, I don't know, I just feel like I worked through a lot of things and I am here. I am not here anymore. I'm here now. And that's where I realized, like, okay, this is going to be my journey now, just to accept that I really changed. And that was a big thing for me, because I didn't realize that I was still stuck in my old energy.
Yeah.
So I needed to become that new energy. So that was the biggest thing. And then actually the second session was on the same day, was on Friday, the fire ceremony.
Yeah, I would say that too.
Yeah.
And then we did like the breathing. And like the second time when I was here, we did like the acupuncture. And then I was talking to my grandfather and asking him to help me because I had a blockage. My grandfather passed away a couple of years ago, and he didn't answer me, but I felt like his hands here. And then Simba came the next day and he told me like, yeah, your grandfather is like this, and he tells me that you need to fix that blockage yourself before he can help you, because he was also a healer with his hands.
Yeah.
And then that's the session this time where I'm talking about was we were breathing, and then my grandfather came to me and, please, can you get all the pain in my, can you please get it away from me and just help me, because he was always the one who helped me with pain and just healed that for me. And then he came, and I actually really like I saw him and I felt him, and he took away my pain, and it felt like he gave me a big hug too.
Oh,
And like I'm there, like I found like the blockages, and I think it was becoming one with myself. And yeah, then I cried of happiness again. And then the thing with the fire happened, where my ladder just went poof out of the fire, and then some things fell down, and I needed to put it back in, and then the flames were like doing some really crazy stuff. And yeah, and the other woman who was here, she also said like, I could feel that your grandfather was here too, and he was playing with the fire flames and stuff, and I was like, damn. So yeah, that's those two. Yeah, it's a lot, but I cannot say it like
Yeah, I
this.
understand. That's good.
yeah. I mean, so some of the things that happen here are, really unshareable because they're so unique and special for each individual person. And
Yeah.
everyone who goes in this journey has a little bit different experience, but the main theme is always the same. It's coming back to yourself, coming back to who you are, who you want to be in life, feeling your body, feeling the love inside of you, connection to spirit. So the journey will look different for each person, but it really always like kind of the same box, the same container.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I can see that there are a lot of sparks inside of both of you, and that even though you're done with this particular journey, your journey is really just beginning, because I know you guys have a lot of things in store for the future, and you're planning some things for yourselves and your relationship. And I'm really happy to have you guys a part of this whole journey for all of us. And I really look forward to following up with you guys in the future. And I'm going to stay on tune with what you're doing on Instagram so we can see all of the updates. And yeah,
Bye.
yeah.
Me too.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah,
And I think we'll be seeing each other again in the future.
for sure.
For
For
sure.
sure.
Don't think.
Don't think
No.
we are gonna see each
Well,
other in the
We are like family now. And
yeah.
like I said to you, I just know you in a very different way as the other times. It's just way more personal and just way more love and gratitude and a lot of respect. And yeah, it really feels like we bonded so much this time. And I really feel like we are family. So we
Yeah.
are going to see each other again.
Big
Yeah.
big respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you both. We'll end this session, but it's not goodbye. It's just see you later.
Yeah.
Yeah. See you later.
I like that one.
Cool.
Just
See
go
you
with the
later.
flow.
Thank you.